Welcome to a new video and thanks for clicking on this one. My goal in this video is to share some insights that may help you in deciding if you should get a degree or not in pursuit of aviation career. Generally speaking, a lot of people would ask, do I need a bachelor's degree or do I need a degree at all to become a pilot? And I'm going to answer the question in the first minute of this video. I'm looking at the timer because I know that people just want to get the answer and move on to the next thing. So I'm going to answer that question right away. The short answer is no, you do not need a degree to become a pilot. However, if you are interested in the more detailed information as to why it is recommended, okay, I will delve into that in this video. If you have about maybe 5 minutes or so, my goal is to try to, give you that information now. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thanks for tuning in again. And my name is Steven. Currently, I'm a first officer flying the Airbus. And I've been through the process. I've been through the journey, as an aspiring pilot, went through flight school, became a CFI, and now I currently work for an airline. Now, the goal here is when you are trying to ask yourself that question, do you need a degree or not? I think the better question to ask is, what will be the benefit of having a degree rather than asking if you need a degree or not? Yes, we know that the short answer is no, you do not need a degree. However, are there any benefits to having a degree over not having one? There are so many benefits, as you may know already. Having a degree generally helps you to, one, tick the box, okay? When you go into some of these interviews or when you apply to some of these jobs, they will generally ask you, do you have any advanced degree outside of high school degree? And you being able to tick that box sometimes could be an added advantage for you in getting selected to come forward to an interview, generally speaking. Like I said, it is not required, but it could be an added advantage. The other reason why having a degree could be a benefit is, one, it shows to a potential employer that you've gone through some form of structured and rigorous process, 4 years, 5 years, depending on the degree you choose, and you've been able to come out on the other side. That shows that you have some skills already, whether it's your ability to put yourself through the difficult phase of any process, or it's your communication skill, your leadership skills, your ability to work within a group or within a team and still get the job done. There's so many things that you learn while you're in college. But also the other advantage is, let's move to the airline part. When you have a degree, generally speaking, you have that opportunity to switch jobs. If for any reason you decide that, you know what, this pilot thing, I've done it, I'm tired of it, or I've done it and I want something else, having a degree gives you that opportunity to switch. And then I've covered this in my previous videos. There are times when things happen in your life that will force you to switch careers. And hopefully this is not what we want, but it happens. And we often have to think about those things as we embark on this expensive, rigorous process of becoming a pilot. And having a backup is not always a bad idea because people, for example, get into accidents and then they cannot fly, or they get sick and they cannot fly, or just like I said, your interest changes over time and then you choose a different field. But having that degree is something that you can always fall back on. But let's now talk about the opportunities that are available to you by having a degree. Some airlines will open up roles to pilots as well, but often require that you have a degree. And I think I've shared this in my previous video, but I'm also mentioning it here. Sometimes a management role opens up in the airline that you're working for, and let's assume it's a management role that you're interested in, but not having a degree can be a reason why you don't get it. And having a degree can be the reason why you get it. So the point here is the opportunities are almost endless. Now, the next question you may then ask yourself is, should I pursue my degree right now, or should I wait until I get my pilot training and then pursue my degree? Hey, there are three categories that we can talk about. There are some situations in which if you are able to fund training and go to college or do your degree alongside, so simultaneously you're doing both of them, then if you can afford it, it's definitely a good choice. So some people will choose to start their training and start their degree program and do that simultaneously, right? And as they finish the degree or as they finish training, they complete the other one, and now they have two things within around the same time. That's always an option. The second option to some people would be, well, I only can afford one thing. Maybe I should do my pilot training now and then do my degree at some point, or maybe not even do my degree at all. So that option isn't bad. Choosing to do your degree now is not a bad choice, or choosing to do your flight training now is not a bad choice either. But the point here is you can always come back to do your degree. Now, what would be my recommendation though in this video? All right, for this video, like I said, 5 minutes, it's already 5 minutes, so I want to try to stick to time here. My goal here is the recommendation here is, if you are able to get your degree and your training together, go ahead and do it. The second thing is, if you do not have the ability to get it two simultaneously, then I would say choose your flight training first. The reason why flight training comes first, in my opinion, is this: when you get your flight training done, right, there are certain restrictions that applies depending on your age. There's some licenses you cannot get, for example, whether it's ATP, whether it's your CPL, whether it's your PPL. There are some age requirements that you have to meet in order to be able to qualify for those ratings. And if you meet those requirements, if you meet those age requirements already, then there's no problem with doing your flight training. However, if you haven't met those requirements or those age requirements already, then maybe it might be best for you to go start your degree and then start your flight training somewhere along the way. Remember, there's an age limit to how long you can fly. Generally speaking, with the airlines to 65, you can choose to fly in other places, that are not federally regulated. In this case, not following the FAA Part 121 rules. You might be able to fly beyond that. But let's stick with the FAA, the regulations under Part 121. You're required to retire by 65. So my thought process is this, or my recommendation is this: if you are in a situation where you can get your training done as soon as you can start working, start getting some experience, whether it's through CFI, whether it's through flying for a charter operation, whatever that may be, whatever opportunity, start getting that experience. And that experience would help you to get the next big job. But in the process, you're doing your degree alongside it. So that means you do again, let me just make sure that is clear. You do your flight training first, and then you move over to start your degree. The reason why you do your flight training first is, once you get your training done, you are able to start flying, getting some hours, some experience, which is required for you to get a next big job. And that way you are not wasting time. And in the process, you are completing your degree. Once you get your main job, if you're studying your degree, that's fine. But somewhere along the way, you will complete your degree and get that degree. Because remember, that degree generally doesn't stop you from getting your first job, especially in the aviation industry. Now, if you're trying to aim for certain jobs, later on in life, you may end up having to need that degree. And hopefully by that time, you already have the degree. I hope this makes sense. I hope this is beneficial to you. If you're found this one, don't forget to drop a like on the video. I know I've passed my 5 minutes mark, but hopefully you've benefited from this, and I'd love to see you in the next one.